And welcome to another episode of Diver Gold Coin Dealer. For those of you who are watching this, I look tired. It's because I haven't slept. I've been sleeping very poorly. It's also bloody freezing outside. There's frost. Not a nice day. Hopefully it will get a bit better. But yeah, I'm going to talk about the mythical man drawer and why sometimes you need to declutter. I'll also talk about other things in the market, but I'll do that towards the back end of the video. I recently bought new shelving units, and the reason being, I decided if I'm going to be stuck here, I might sort of enjoy what I do, and I don't enjoy living in a room that looks like a bomber's headed. You can see from that side, I've accumulated a lot of packaging. There's even more. I've now got 4 shelving units in this room, and I thought if I'm going to do this, then I might as well just declutter and get rid of the stuff that is kind of surplus, that sometimes it doesn't go on the balance sheet because I would have bought it in a certain way and I would have sold off what I needed, and then it gets put to one side. I'm like, oh, I'll sell it, and then another order comes in, another order comes in, and before I know it, I'm behind. It's not due to wanting to keep things off the balance sheet. I'm just incredibly poor at stock take occasionally. Now, traditionally, I would wait until the end of the business tax year for me, and I would then sell it, and then that way there's no discrepancies in my book. I don't really have to do the stock take. I just put it in a pile and sell it accordingly. Now, the good thing for me was there was an extra free. I reckon there's going to be about £3,000 to £4,000. I reckon I've cashed in about 3,000. I've got about £1,000 left that I can sell down, and it's just insane. Like, I went to the lockup and I'm pulling things out. Like, it's not on the spreadsheet. I can't believe it's not on a spreadsheet. There's absolutely loads of it, and it's just your odd bits. Like, I had some Nazi coins. They were non-silver with the Nazi emblem, the eagle and the swastika. 25 quid I think they went for. But it's bits like that where it really packs a punch when you line it up one after another and you're like, oh, hang on, there's actually a lot of value locked in here. Now, luckily for me, it means I'm practically out on my overdraft, which I was really worrying about, because during the year there's always hurdles that I have to jump over. So I get the tax season and that takes a massive whack to my cash flow, and then I've got the ISA season and that takes another whack to my cash flow. Between those two, I'm probably looking at 35 to 40k in terms of capital outlay that I have to find. On this occasion I spent £4,000. Well, that ish. I added money onto my loan just to reduce it because of the amount of interest I was paying. Now, it's more than paid for itself. I could have just wound it down as they come in each month, but I thought, why not try and get ahead of it? You know, I've benefited from having these loans. I bought some fantastic stock when I got these loans out, but it's not really serving a purpose to continue to have it. So I also did the credit card 0% swap, and managed to put, I think it was 11.5 on 30 and 35 months respectively on 0%. So that's certainly going to help the cash flow in the not quite now, because I still got a bit to pay on one of the loans, but as soon as that's cleared, it's going to help it in the medium term. But it's just kind of a video to say, maybe you should look in your man drawer, maybe you should declutter, because sometimes you got stuff in there that you don't even realize is there, and it's just value just sitting there doing nothing for you. Now, it also means I can keep 1 or 2 more coins for me, I hope, but we shall see. So yeah, that's the man drawer I spoke about. I do prefer having the extra office space because I'm not tripping over my own shoes. Saying that, I did spill this. I spilled coffee over about £100 worth of first class stamps yesterday, and I just went, yeah, it's £100 that wasted. Can't use them. I've had to bin them, which not my brightest move. It happens, you know, as long as it doesn't happen twice. I'm not made of money. I don't have a magic money tree as much as some people believe I do. You know, I work on a very limited budget, and £100 is £100, you know, crazy. But yeah, let's talk about the market. Now, every trader I talk to at the moment, they all tell me the same thing. It's tight, lots of low ballers, not a lot of money about. And I think this is the beginning of the crunch point. I think we're getting there. Like I'm looking at the stock market and I'm like, I think it's overpriced. I've got a massive amount in my ISA. I'm earning very, very near the minimum wage in passive income at the moment. That didn't happen overnight. That's years and years and years of being aggressive on the ISA and filling out the 20k allowance. Whether I had the money or not is a different matter. Sometimes I borrowed the money just to fill it, knowing that it would come good in the future, and that's the point I'm at now. But I'm looking at the market and it looks overpriced. I'm looking at my local area with the houses. Now, I always thought that my area was getting bought out by Londoners, but I went to Manchester a while back and I went to Sheffield. It's the same thing up there. I think I've realised what's gone on. It's taken me a while to realise it as well. I think people are selling to get ahead of the curve because their fixes are running out. They probably fixed it about COVID time. They can't afford the remortgage, which is a golden opportunity, but also the fact that many people are going to lose their family homes is not a nice, as someone who's quite empathetic, it's not a nice feeling. But equally, if it drops another 30, 40, 50k, I know what I'm buying. I said it many times, and a long time ago I started saying it. You're not going to get to choose if you're a winner or a loser in this. You're going to win or you're going to lose. And unfortunately, a lot of people are going to lose in this type of situation. And I think we're heading there. I think we're sliding into the abyss. Now, my job as an entrepreneur, and a business owner, I'm not really left leaning or right leaning. I'm centre right politically. I don't like to talk about politics because I think we're very polarized in the modern world. But I'm try to stay ahead of the curve, and I try to watch content and I try to read media on the left and the right. And I'm seeing a lot of videos that are talking about the potential problems that are coming up. We can't kick the can down the road forever. If you can free up money and leave it to one side, there's going to be vast opportunities to come. I don't think it's going to be in gold. I think the opportunity in gold was 5 years ago myself. I get people ask me that a lot and they say, Sean, would you still buy gold? And my response is always the same these days. It's like, the bet is, do you believe that Western governments will keep printing money? And if the answer is you believe that, then you buy gold or you buy other assets. But I think gold will it will find its level and it will go again. But I think other assets are going to be absolutely wiped clean. Because I think, in my head anyway, this is my logic. If the world's falling apart, I think the institutions will buy into gold. I don't want to talk about silver. Silver's a bit of an oddity. Platinum as well is a bit of an oddity because they attract VAT and they've got commercial use more so than gold. Gold has some commercial use, but not anywhere near the other two. So it's a case of, do you want to try hard and build a position in gold and wait for the opportunities, whether that be in property or stocks and shares, or do you just want to hold cash? And this is a dilemma I have myself. Now, the savvy, forward-thinking people could be asking the question, well, if you believe that that's going to be the case, why are you paying down your loans? Well, the reality is I want to be nimble and I want to be in a position where, okay, I might not have the biggest war chest if I pay down my loans, but it will give me peace of mind to have paid them down. I can make more money. I can grind out the months. I've got plenty of stock that it's coming in and it's going out, it's coming in and it's going out, and it pays the bills. And then my passive income is providing the growth. Although I'm currently down, I think it's 20 grand on one of my shares. You got to tell it all. You got to tell the good and the bad. And I'm not worried about it. I don't lose sleep over it. I lose sleep over a lot of things, but that's not one of them. And I think it's a case of, there is going to be, if you've got free cash flow and the market hits the point where everyone's got to sell, I think there is bargains to be had. I think the FTSE at one point is going to go to 5,000-6,000. If it goes to 5,000, I'm going to aim to, like, I wouldn't even bat an eyelid to re-borrow all my credit lines if it hit 5,000, because I know it'll be worth 10,000 in 5 more years. That's not problematic for me. But you need to clean out, you don't need to clean out. The system needs to clean out the bad ownership, the over leveraged ownership. And I think it's something that has been needed since 2008, if I'm completely honest with you. Now, as a country, and this could be aimed at all Western countries or all countries that have kicked the can, they've stolen the wealth of future generations. One of the parts of the system is that every once in a while it cleans house. It's kind of like bushfires. You need bushfires for the overall ecosystem, and it's the same with the financial markets. The only problem is by allowing it to grow and grow and grow, you're prolonging the pain. It's a natural part of the cycle. So yeah, good for me that I've managed to claw out 3,000-4,000 from stock that I didn't believe I had. I totally forgotten I had. I've been that busy trading. But equally, I do think the tough times are here now, and I think it's only going to be downhill now. As soon as people start getting taken out of the system, the prices should drop. I don't think it will happen in gold, but I think it will happen in other asset classes, and it will drop and drop and drop, and it stabilize, and it will drop some more, and then the system rebuilds again. It's just a natural cycle, guys. Now, if anyone has any ideas or wants to add to that, or maybe you disagree with me, that's perfectly fine. Feel free to comment. I'll always try and get back to all comments. I try and be active with comments. I understand that people take time to watch my content. I do monetize it. I make a token amount, so I try and get back to them. Anyway, that's it for today's episode. Like I said, there is going to be episodes. I do want to make episodes talking about like the tax and the mechanisms of gold. I haven't put them out because I have been suffering with migraines and lack of sleep. And today I had some mental clarity, even though I've been up. I do have some content to put out concerning the type of work that I've been doing recently with the auction lots. I've been picking up auction lots left, right, and center. So they're not all going to be 40, 50, 100% margin. Some of them are going to be bread and butter, 10, 15%. I also have an order coming in from a gentleman from YouTube, and that's about 3 kilos worth of silver, give or take. Yeah, I think it is. It's coming in today. I will film it when it comes in if I'm awake. I'll make sure I'm awake, but it's whether or not I have the cognitive function to put that content out and be coherent. That's another matter. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you've taken something from it, and I'll see you on the next one.